Dearest love,
In time gone by, they had come to me, for the lady had a problem with a man she said she loved, seeking that they sign a prenuptial agreement, and this was just days before the marriage. They had come with a copy, and I read through. Indeed, a very legal and comprehensive triplicate document. Stated in there was one that, should they not have children, if any of them is found to be at fault due to a situation that has not been disclosed earlier, they shall forfeit and nullify the marriage contract and all its entitlement. What made me laugh in spite of the seriousness of the matter was one part that said the woman will ensure that at least twice copulation in a week, except during her period or by mutual consent, to facilitate healthy prostate, and failure to do this, if there is any issue with infidelity or later prostate problems, she shall pay compensation, and vice versa if he fails to take care of her marital needs, such as to result in her seeking companionship elsewhere. He shall pay appropriate compensation and nullify the marriage if they deem it impossible to ensure each other's satisfaction. Many such details were stated, and I asked the man why, since this should not be the case with Christians who love each other and seek to spend their lives together with trust. He told me it was very Christian and turned me to the Bible and said, "Now, if you faithfully obey the voice of the Lord your God and are careful to follow all his commandments I am giving you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations of the earth, and all these blessings will come upon you and overtake you if you will obey the voice of the Lord your God." Deuteronomy 28, 1 and 2. And if, however, you do not obey the Lord your God by carefully following all his commandments and statutes I am giving you today, all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. Deuteronomy 28, 15. We believe God to be all-knowing and all-loving and kind, but he also knew man's heart to be of incurable evil, and so he placed prenuptial in our agreement with him. I told him this was bad use of the scriptures to support his own whims and caprices, and he went on to ask me if anyone will go to hell. And for this I said, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that everyone who believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life." John 3:16. So if you don't believe, then you will be destroyed in hell, which is reserved for the devil and his angels. So it is a choice. To this end he quickly replied, "So I do not see any problem with this agreement. It is fair, as it tells what I must do and what she must do. If we fail, what must happen? That is all. If we truly love each other, we shall not have any problem. But you and I know we do not know the heart of anyone. Today she acts like she loves me. Tomorrow, when I have nothing, sick, or even just seeing someone who is better than me, she might change, and me too. So this is just security for us both." He was not ready to change his mind. His condition was simple. She agrees and signs, or they go their separate ways. And this I advised the lady on, that this is what a man says. It is left to her to decide if that was the kind of marriage he wanted. and she made her choice. For she still showed up for the wedding. What made her stay? I really do not know. My question is simple. Why is it that calling ourselves children of God, knowing His will and purpose and submitting to Him, and yet we fail to see love as the key? The commandments: do not commit adultery, do not murder, do not steal, do not covet, and any other commandments are summed up in this one decree: love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no wrong to its neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law. Romans 13:9-10. Today, they say, if you do good, take a receipt, for people easily forget. And yet, we all are Christians, and therefore, it is time we live as Christ. Stay blessed, trust and obey, for there is no other way. Okay.